Hey y'all, how's it going? Awesome, I hope. Alright, so here is my next video in the series talking about fibromyalgia. If you missed the first one, I was talking about my actual diagnosis and how I was diagnosed and what all was going on. There will be a link to that somewhere here, probably. It's like that. I don't know. Whatever. Below. How about that? To the last one. And of course in a box at the end. This time I'm going to talk about my symptoms. So when I was diagnosed, I was not having any symptoms, which is weird because I just had a really good neurologist. She was amazing. She has passed away since, but the next one I got was a guy that was in her office and he was just great. So I had been in the hospital from a water slide accident that's explained in the other video. I did begin to have symptoms. Why can't I talk? It's like she knew. I don't know. She probably asked me a whole bunch of questions. Like I've blocked all that out. Like the whole everything. As I said in my previous video, everything was between 2003 and 2004 is very blurred. I can't sometimes remember exactly what happened in which year because it was just a lot that went on. So when I did start getting symptoms, which was like almost immediately because she knew, what I had was back pain that burnt. Like my whole entire back, like just underneath my skin was burning. It was like on fire. It was really weird. I was like, I didn't understand. And the injury, the back injury that I'd gotten on the water slide was way down at the bottom of my spine, like close to the tailbone. So I just couldn't understand like why was my back skin on fire, like underneath the skin. So I had that. I had what's called a flare-up, which was most of the time. I was flaring most of the time. Oh my gosh, I just remembered something. Oh, I'm telling you. If you saw my last video, you'd know what is going on with me. I just remembered the reason, the order of things. In the last video, I couldn't remember when I hurt my back versus when I lost my baby versus when something else happened. I don't remember now. See, terrible. But I just realized that I had my migraine disorder before I got pregnant. Yeah. So you'll have to go back and watch the other video to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I had the Fibro Flares, which is where your body hurts as if you have the flu. So, you know, when you have the flu, like, you don't want anyone touching you because it's like, it hurts and just, like, leave me alone. And, yeah, you don't even want to be hugged, like, because it just hurts. So I had that really bad, like, full body. Chronic fatigue has never been, like, one of my worst symptoms. It is a symptom, but it's not, like, the worst one. I know that in order to be diagnosed now, you have to have fatigue, chronic fatigue. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. I don't know. I also had IBS C, so I had chronic constipation, like from the moment I was born, practically. I had really suffered. I didn't go to the bathroom for usually 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, I know, but that was just normal for me to not poop. I think really my worst symptom was the flare-ups because they would come and they would not leave and it was just terrible. And all you want to do with a flare-up is to lay in bed and sleep. But laying there is more painful than walking around. It's a very strange, like, phenomenon. So, not sleeping well is a big problem with it. That's one of the reasons you may or may not have more symptoms for some people. Well, I think for most people, it's just like a vicious cycle. You would just not sleep and then you would have, or have bad sleep and then have a flare-up. And then to get rid of the flare-up, you need to sleep, but laying there hurts, so you want to get up and move. because moving makes it hurt less, but you also need sleep. It's just terrible. So those were my main symptoms. I don't remember having a lot of other symptoms. I did have the tender points, which when I was diagnosed, I remember she did do the tender points test. I think I had all of them, like all 18 of them. Oh, and the other thing is, with fibro, if there's something else going on in your body, even if it's very minor, your body will like freak out. You know, like let's say I hit my knee on something. My knee will be like on fire compared to a normal person. Also, sometimes like if you want to be hugged, and someone just presses a little too hard, it can actually feel like like there's a bruise under there or something. I had to teach my now husband that you can't like play fight with me. I can't, you can't like do, like a flick or anything just to be funny. Like you can't do stuff like that, because to me, it feels like you're bruising me, and totally not bruising me, not even close. It's just what it feels like. And then I'll have like random spots where I'm like, ow, what did I do? How did I get a bruise there? There's no bruise there. It's literally just overreactive nerves. So I will say one plus about having fibromyalgia is when you've got like a cold or something, and a normal person wouldn't feel the cold until it's like, really making you feel crappy. You might wake up and be like runny nose, all stuff. Well, people like me, I guess other people, but I don't know, when my fibro was really bad, and I caught a cold, I would be able to tell that some sort of virus or illness had entered my body before most people, because I would start to get a flare-up or like a body ache. And then it would be like the next day or two when I would actually show the cold symptoms. So my body was already reacting to the cold, unlike most people wouldn't even know yet. So it's pretty interesting and fascinating. But I mean, there's not a lot of good things about fibro, but it's kind of good to know that you're sick before you're sick, if you know what I mean. So my next video will be about what I eat, my old video used to be called how I cured it, but I can't say that because I didn't technically cure it, but I guess they call it remission. So I guess how I went into remission from fibro, and where I'm at now. And then so I'll go into like detail about what about what I eat, supplements, like everything that I've done over these years to get better and function semi-normally. So that'll be the next video. Yay! That's the exciting one. That one has all the good stuff, the stuff that's going to help you. And that one might be really long, so I'll probably have to split it up into a couple videos. So anyways, please like this video because it lets YouTube know that it's interesting and good and helpful for people. And then subscribe so you know when my next video comes out. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Love y'all. Bye.